The lady says we're recording.
Still can't figure her out, can we?
I haven't even tried. I don't know. I would have to do some Google searching, and I really haven't had the chance to do any of that. I've been too busy. I've been too busy at work taking care of some new things that we've started to do. And this is the week where I've started to realize that a lot of the new hires that we have are people that were born the year I graduated high school.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I feel so old. I feel so old.
Ooh, you want to feel old?
Mm.
So my 12-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
the youngest, she's starting to discover music. So on the
Okay.
way to soccer practice, by the way, she made an elite soccer club. She's changing.
Yay.
She's changing teams again. So last week she had 3 days of straight tryouts
Mm-hmm.
from
Mm-hmm.
8 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm. I remember you telling me that.
A pain in my ass.
It's like
I'm
back to back.
I'm very happy with her, but pain in my ass. So
Mm-hmm.
she made the club. So she's not. She's going to be on a select team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we play DJ in the car. I pick a song, then she picks a song. I pick a song, then she picks a song. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing
Totally
something.
fair.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll tell you, we'll play DJ. So I played my song, don't remember what it was. She's like, oh, good. What do you think of this one? She plays Rapture by Blondie. That was the face I made too. And I'm like, son of a man from Mars. Holy crap. And then she played something else by Blondie. And I'm like,
Who
oh,
are you? Are you
oh,
my daughter?
it was cool. She played REM. She's like, what do you think of this one?
Yes.
And she plays REM.
Which
uh,
REM song though?
I feel fine. It's the end
Oh,
of the
it's the end of
world
the
as we
world. I've
go.
seen
Yeah.
it, and I feel fine. Okay.
She played an English band from the 80s. I can't remember who it was.
There were so
Tears for
many.
Tears for Fears. That was the one she was very
Okay.
proud of. She played
Yes.
Tears for Fears.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's finding all these 80s bands. I'm like, where are you finding this? And she's like, they just come up on my Spotify. And I'm like, she's picking out stuff like deep cuts. A Blondie blew me away.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's the
son of a
beauty.
bitch.
That's the beauty of things like Spotify and YouTube Music is that, it's like if you're looking for one song, then it'll start creating a playlist for you and you'll start listening to songs. It's like, oh my gosh, it's been so long since I
Because then
listened to that.
she played the White Stripes, and I'm like, oh, you're going punk.
That's a little bit more newer because it's like early 2000s.
Um, yeah, but she was playing like the Ramones came out, and I'm like, whoa, she's got an AC/DC shirt on, and I'm like, geez,
Yeah,
she's
it's
got a
like
weird.
I can't even remember. I'm trying to remember like the songs. There were a lot of songs that came out in the 90s and whatever. And it just reminds me of like going back to high school and whatever. I was trying to remember like what the name, like what was our mascot? Because like I know so in Puerto Rico, like I don't know if that has changed, but at least when I was growing up, because um those kinds of sports were played you could play public schools and private schools. So because I went to a private school, they're mostly Catholic, so we didn't really have school mascots because they're Catholic private schools.
What does that have to do with anything?
So I guess they just didn't want to have a mascot that was questionable. I don't know, but we didn't have a mascot. I was trying to remember, like, we didn't have school colors, but like for us, it wasn't so much a matter of school colors. It was that the senior class needed to design their own senior shirt. So instead of you using the uniform that everybody else would wear, you would be distinguished that you were a senior because the boys would wear their khakis, the girls would wear the checkered, the square checkered skirts, and you would wear this polo shirt. So we had four polo shirts with one color, one design for Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday we would have a t-shirt or a different style polo shirt that we
What
would
is a
use only on Fridays.
what is a cocky?
$20 same as downtown.
Mm, I'm still kind of curious what a cocky is. I've never heard of that.
Khaki pants.
Khaki?
Khaki pants.
Okay,
Khaki.
you said cocky.
Yeah, khaki pants. Yeah,
Khaki.
khaki colored.
Oh,
Whatever.
Pete and Paul. Okay.
Whatever. Whatever. Did you have school colors?
Yeah, but I went to a public school.
Oh, still, like, wouldn't you get like school colors? Like ours were like, don't ask me why, but they decided that they wanted our logo to be like Rastafarian colors. So it's like red, green, and yellow. I'm like Karma Chameleon like. And it was a specific logo. I don't remember what it was. I think it may have been like a clover. And it was a black polo shirt.
Ooh,
So it was black and it had the clover like, like the emblem. And it had to have the initials of the school. It had to have the year, like 2 or 4 digits for the year, and then whatever design it was. And I'm trying to remember what the Friday shirt was. But I
yeah,
want
we
to say
didn't.
that I want to say that by the time that we got to our senior year, they re-implemented phys ed. So we had to wear our PE uniforms on Fridays.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that. I mean, we had we had school colors, but it's still the same colors as it was then as it is now.
Really?
Yeah, blue and gold.
Oh,
We didn't have a
okay.
class color. I mean, there was no. We didn't design anything.
Blue and gold are pretty. I like those kinds of colors. That's the thing. It's like I'm trying to remember for my school. Like that's the thing too. It's like with the uniforms in public school, it would be each school would use a different palette in the checkered skirts that the girls would use, and different vests. So we had like the vest with the front buttons
The
and the
Britney Spears,
pockets.
the Britney Spears look.
Yes, kind of like that, but with a vest on.
Hmm.
So, but the only time that you stopped wearing the vest was when you were a senior, because then you would wear your senior shirt, whatever the class had designed it or agreed upon it being. So,
See, I grew up in South Buffalo,
mm-hmm,
and I lived on one side of the park. On the
mm-hmm.
other side of the park was the Catholic girls' school.
Oh well, lucky you.
Oh yes, and then on the other side of the
Lucky,
park
lucky
was
being the operative phrase.
the they were so lonely.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure.
On the other side of the park was the all Catholic boys' school, and then down the road was the other Catholic boys' school, and they all had mascots. I know they did because I had friends that went there. I almost
Mm-hmm.
went there until I discovered there was no girls, and I was not going to have that happen. I'm like, I'll go to a Catholic boys' school. I'm going to get a really good education. They have a really good football team. This will be fantastic. And
Mm-hmm.
there's no girls there.
Yeah.
Grandpa, we can't do this. He was going to pay for my tuition. He's like, oh, I'll pay for it. I'm like, oh, that's
Not
great.
under
Blah, blah, blah.
not under those conditions,
Yeah.
Grandpa. Not under those
I told him,
conditions.
he's like, what do you want to go for? I'm like, there's no girls. No.
What am I gonna do?
I'm like,
What
there's
do I do
nothing
with
but
my hands?
dude. Yeah, there you go.
What do I do with my hands? And with that said, let us start the show in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Fish, what's wrong? You look so sad looking into that bowl.
I got a defective can of alphabet soup.
Wait, what do you mean?
All I got is O's.
Fish, that's because that's not alphabet soup. That's actually SpaghettiOs.
Oh.
Yeah, I swear, Fish, this is almost as bad as the time that you went to the library to look up Facebook. Or like that time that you went to the movies and it said under 17 not admitted, and then you decided to get 16 of your friends to go with you. Or wait, what about that time that we all went to that gender reveal party and you decided that that was the appropriate time to drop trow and show everybody what gender you were?
In defense, I thought we were all participating.
That's not how it works in gender reveal parties, Fish. Just because you're invited doesn't mean that you are participating actively in the procedure.
I thought it was a party game.
No, that's not the kind of party games being played at gender reveal parties. They just You changed the baby's diaper.
Ew.
You burp them.
Ew.
You've had babies.
I've never had babies.
Well,
Mrs. Fish did.
Mrs. Fish has had babies, but you've been there for it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Fish, I don't know how you've managed all this time.
Hey,
All this time to just, what?
what do you call an ugly dinosaur?
I don't know. What do you call an ugly dinosaur?
An eyesore. Ooh, 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 ooh. That one. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Try the veal. Tip your waitress. That one guy called me this week.
Okay.
That one guy. I won't say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He's one of our listeners.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yes.
And he asked me if I knew Forrest Gump's generation, which generation he belonged to. Is he Generation X, Generation Y, Generation Z? And I had to tell him he's not either of them. He belongs to Gen A. Gen A. Gen A. Gen A. Oh, come on. Someone out there's laughing. Tweet at me if you're laughing.
Someone out there is laughing. Yes, tweet at us. We are Room 13. We're going to start there. We're broadcasting poolside from the Desert Air Motel, Casino Convention Center, RV Park. Strip pole. Are we still putting in the strip pole? Has Brad gotten around to that, or is he waiting for Ron to come back from band camp?
I think we're trying to make sure we have the right structural support to support said strip pole.
Okay. Well, all of that fun stuff. Yes, as Fish said, if you want to reach us on Twitter, you can do so at the River Fish for Mr. Fish, at Rocky with an I. You can tweet at our show at Room 13 Show. We are on Facebook, Room 13 Radio Show. We are on YouTube, Room 13 Show. We are on TikTok, that'd be Room 13 Show, because we're trying to keep things simple. If you miss any of our episodes and want to play catch up, you can find us on most podcast providers: Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iHeartPodcasts, and so on and so forth. There are too many to mention. They really, truly are a lot of podcast providers.
This is the week, though. Y'all want to make sure you get on either TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook to watch the video, because we have something so cool. It's gonna be planned for today. It's so cool. It's something you're gonna want to see. I mean, sit and listen to the show. But after you're done today, happy Saturday, by the way, 9:00 on a Saturday. After the show ends,
It's a holiday weekend.
take 2 minutes, go to TikTok, go to Facebook, go to YouTube, and you're gonna want to see what Rocky is going to do just for
No.
your entertainment, to make you smile. That's how much she
No.
cares, how much she loves you, how much I've been guilt tripping her to do this.
That's more like it.
I'm
That's
Catholic. What do you
more
want?
like it.
I'm good at the guilt.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I fall right for it.
Do you want to do the fun part now first?
Sure. What's the fun part?
You have it right next to you on your side of the table. Green package. There you go. There you go.
Bring it closer and show people what it is that we're holding up.
Although for the people that are playing the audio version of this game, we have the Kit Kat key lime pie candies that we talked about earlier in the week that we were going to taste test for y'all, because we found it. Actually, you found the really cool fruity cereal one. Did you?
I found the fruity cereal one. Yeah.
Did you bring one to share?
They're in the fridge right now because they got a little melty in the car. But
Maybe during the break we can go fetch those too.
during the break, yeah, I can go get it. And it tastes like fruity cereal, the one that's a pebble kind, not the one that's the round kind. They need me to be more specific.
They smell really good. If you like key lime.
Well, if have you tried any of the previous variations of Kit Kat that they've released through the years?
No, I'm pretty traditional.
Okay. Well,
I'm a missionary kind of Kit Kat kind of guy.
It does smell key limey. I have participated in other shows where we have taste tested candies, and we had tried raspberry Kit Kats. Those were really good. Those came out around St. Valentine's Day. Last year they had lemon meringue pie. Those came out during Easter of last
How
year.
have
Those
I
were
not seen
really
these?
good. Those were really, really good. They had the pumpkin spice one,
Oh,
which they
oh,
usually release during Thanksgiving and so on and so forth. That was actually pretty good. I
no.
like that one. And they've had, I want to say that they've had other flavors that I've tried that I can't remember off the top of my head that were really good.
I've
But
tried the Oreo challenge. Have you done the mystery Oreo challenge?
no, I haven't.
Oh,
You know they have a
that's a
mystery, you know they have a mystery Twizzler challenge too. Not a challenge, but they have mystery Twizzler. You're supposed to taste the Twizzler and guess what the flavor is. But I haven't done the mystery Oreo yet.
the mystery Oreo is really good. They don't tell you what the flavor is. You have to guess, and
Mm-hmm.
whoever gets it right wins X amount of dollars. They've
Well,
done that
they
like the
usually do
last
like
couple of years in a row.
10,000. Yeah, they do like $10,000 or however much it is.
Oh, I'd do it for $100. My daughters have done it like the last 2 years running.
But $20 is $20, right?
$20, $20. So you
All
ready?
right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let
Here we
me
go. Smells really
wrap one of
good. It's a
these.
light
Oh,
green for everybody playing the audio game at home.
yes. And it smells like key lime,
I
but
like key lime.
not a pungent key lime, but a sweet key lime.
Oh baby. Oh baby. I'm almost there. Wow. I like the key. What?
It's nice to see that it takes you so little to
Oh,
get you there.
it's just, yeah. It's a very nice. It's not overly powering key lime.
This is good. It's not tart. It's actually very sweet.
It's
You
very
can
nice.
taste the lime. You know, it's good. I like it.
That's surprisingly good. It's
Mm-hmm.
not overly sweet. It's a nice key lime. You get the
Mm-hmm.
lime, you get a little bit of the kiwi sweetness, and
Not kiwi.
is that what the key is for?
Mm-mm.
What's the key for?
Because these limes are grown in the Florida Keys.
Oh, all right. Erase that. Edit that. Make sure no one hears what I just said. We'll get that out and post.
I'll tell Kathy, the intern, to take care of it for us.
Yeah, make sure the intern takes care of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you know what? Kit Kat, y'all got it right. I was picking on you earlier on Twitter, and y'all did it right. That's not bad. I'm surprised.
I told you. You should, if you're a fan of like the fruity flavored cereal, the pebble kind, not the round loopy kind,
And not the fabulous
the
kind.
Kit, not the fabulous. No. The fruity cereal Kit Kat is actually really good too. And it's like the same base. It's like a white chocolate, white fudge base. And it has, I think it probably includes little pieces of fruity cereal in the coating. So it actually is really good. It actually is pretty good. Surprisingly good. But I ended up instead of buying like this size, like the standard size candy bar, I actually ended up buying the 12-pack fun size. So that way it's like if you like it, you can at least have one and have like a little treat. And if you hate it, then you can just give the other ones away.
Save it for Halloween, and guess what we're giving out, kids?
No, I'll usually go. I worked in an office where food goes to die.
Oh yes, I used to work in one of those. My wife would send me in with a lot of different things and just things we're trying to get rid of, and just take it to work and give me a big bowl and
things so we're still good, but there are some people at work that just will eat anything, and if it's in if it's not rotting or past its point or whatever, then you just take it to the office and someone will eat it.
and you sacrifice it to the people you work with.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gift.
It's not bad.
It's a gift. It's a gift. So,
How is your podcast listening going?
it's
I see we're on a first name basis with Robert.
Yes. Yes, I've stayed in touch with Robert. Just because I'm a paying patron. I
Addicted
support
stalker.
Shut up. I support good products, just like I support our fellow co-host Ria Bo on Patreon. I also support Seven Lamb Productions. And right now I'm caught up on the shows that I wanted to listen to. So I started venturing out into other ones that I had texted you before. And you were like, I couldn't get into that. I couldn't get into that. I couldn't get into that. So I'm starting to notice a trend in some of these podcasts, like audio dramas. And I really wish that they would stop. I That's one of the things that I appreciate about Seven Lamb is that it doesn't really involve any kind of specific message. It's supposed to be entertaining. So
Everyone's
keep
got
it
their angle.
so keep it entertaining, and they use these angles, and it sometimes just becomes so tedious. I'm like, I don't want to be lectured.
Would
I
the
don't
word be better obvious?
hmm,
Like it's blatantly trying to beat you over the head with it.
like it's blatantly beating you over the head with it.
It's like an after school special that's just kind of like, I know.
Yes.
We don't eat
Yeah,
Tide Pods. Leave me alone.
yes, pretty much. Pretty much. But there was one that I mentioned to you that you said that you didn't, you just couldn't get into it for whatever reason and for whatever that means. And I'm actually on season 2 of that one.
Which one?
And White Vault. I started listening to White Vault,
It was too
and
many accents and it was hard to really concentrate and listen.
no, I'm right now on season 2 episode. The episodes are like between 20 and 25 minutes long, so they're not very long. And
Easily digestible.
yeah, yeah.
Very
And
nice.
the way that it's narrated, it's almost like the people you hear things through their voice, like they're narrating, but you have like a main narrator, and it's telling you we found this footage from this camera, or this was recorded with with the cell phone camera of this one person, or this note written by this person, and this is what they say. And then the voice actor just comes in and narrates. Because there are people from different nationalities, they'll start narrating their version of events in their native language, and then it transitions to English. So there's a German character, and I'm not as fluent in German as I used to be, but I can definitely pick up the words that they're saying, so I know that at least what they're translating is correct, or correct by my understanding. But they unfortunately have a character that's supposed to be Hispanic, and she's mispronouncing the words, or like she's pronouncing them in a way that a native speaker wouldn't pronounce those words.
Si se
So
puede. Si se puede.
kind
Sorry.
of like kind of like that.
No,
Kind
but
of like that, and it kind of hurts my heart a little bit, because I'm like, if you're going to have someone who's going to speak a different language, you can try and pick someone who can kind of sound like they can speak the language
or just
to
don't
make
do
it
it.
sound, yeah, or just don't do it. But it still is a good series, but that series is I think 4 seasons in, and I believe they're actually going to make it into an Amazon original series.
Ooh.
So, but the premise of the show is almost similar to that of I have the book, and I haven't gotten started to reading it because I honestly don't have any time for it. But AMC did do a series on it called The Terror,
Oh, I tried to get into that one too and I couldn't do it. Holy
and I
uh
I watched the first couple of episodes of that, and I absolutely loved it. But then I don't remember what happened, that I just couldn't. I didn't continue watching it. So I figured, well, the best thing to do is to just get the book. So we have the book, and I just haven't started reading it.
yeah, the wife and I tried to watch it. We got like 3 episodes in
Hmm.
and I'm like, this is, I don't know. It was just so plotting where I'm
Hmm.
like, can we just get to it already? Could we stop with the whole little emotional and
Well, because
suspense?
you have to build up to it. That's what
No,
makes it.
too much foreplay is too much foreplay.
Then you're
And
doing it wrong.
the drama foreplay, it's just too it's no, no.
Then you're
It's
doing it wrong. Well, we may have different preferences when it comes to audio dramas, but I'm a big fan of the psychological suspense uh aspect of anything, whether it's a book or a movie or a TV show. It's like I like that tension that lasts a while, to the point that it's like you can feel the tension on your shoulders because you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? But it still is pretty good. And for now, that particular series doesn't have an angle of something that they're trying to beat you over the head with. So I'm sticking around because I appreciate that. But some other shows I may not going back to.
Which don't tell me Blackout. Here's the thing with Blackout. There is no segment. There's no segment of the population that would not fall for the intoxication of power, no matter what side of the line you're on. Everyone will succumb to it.
Of course, yeah.
Wait, because the other sides come into play and you realize it's all just for money and power.
And I understand that. And it's one of those things where at the point that Blackout is right now, I think that they're releasing episodes. Is it every 2 weeks? Something like that. I want to say it's every 2 weeks.
How far deep are you in?
So I'm
That's
caught
a bell.
up.
That's a bell.
I don't have my bell with me.
I do. Hold on.
Thank you.
There you go.
So I don't remember, but I'm caught up. I'm at the point where the new character on season 2 tells the family from season 1, I have to tell you what really happened. And they ended the episode there. That's where I'm at.
The hot black girl. Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure.
Ren.
Yes, Ren.
In my mind, she's black.
Well, that's because in the picture on the tease, the poster for the episode, they show you that it's a black woman. I mean,
I didn't find out until later. I
really?
wasn't paying attention to pictures.
I could tell by the voice, but okay.
Yeah.
But still, it still is compelling enough that I'm willing to give it a chance again. But
I don't know why you had to throw something at me.
I may bail on it depending on where it goes from there.
It gets really good.
It's good, but like I said, there are some when you get older, you'll understand, Fish.
I'm older than you.
There are some things that you just have to be like, can we not? Can we just not?
I actually have gray hair. I have a lot of gray hair.
I have gray hair too.
I don't see any.
Well, no. because the camera's too far back. But when you see me in person, I have a couple of glints of silver already starting to come in through here, through my parts. And it doesn't matter how I part my hair. There's always a gray there sticking up. And I have more than one.
Speaking of more than one, I have more than one fishtail for this week, and it's up to you which one I tell.
Well,
you are unaware of both subjects.
I am unaware of all of the fish stories this week, so I am dying to hear what you have to share with me today, with us this week.
Well, one of them was called Well, That Stinks, and it cost me probably about $80. Or Messing with My Neighbor, in which case I really need the listeners' help on this one because I fear I might have gone too far, or maybe I didn't go far enough.
Is this am I the jackhole kind of situation? The messing with your neighbor?
Kinda. It's detailed enough that I had to write this stuff out because if I don't write it out, I'm gonna miss an important detail for the story because it's been going on for 5 weeks now, and I'm pretty sure I might have taken what I did even the wife is pretty sure I took this shit too far, like way too far. What I did was probably wrong. I think I'm gonna tell this story. Because you're looking at me like, what did you? I didn't tell you about this for 5 weeks.
No, I know. I'm trying to look at the time because we probably have about 4 minutes. I don't think you'll be able to tell me in 4 minutes.
I cannot nearly tell the whole story in 4 minutes. There's absolutely no way.
Now, as you've noticed, listeners, we haven't been following we're not going to be following the
format.
The format that we usually do on Saturdays, only because it's a holiday weekend. We know that you may or may not be listening to us right now. We may be talking to just ourselves this morning, which is totally okay. Yeah, well, we are having a conversation since everybody else participates in one way, shape, or form. But we're going to take it really relaxed today. We're going to try and keep the mood light because we're pretty sure that you're making the line at Walmart to make sure that you're checking out sodas and potato salad and macaroni salad and burgers and stuff that you're going to put on the grill. Make sure that you buy fresh fruit.
let's do it this way. I can read
Yes.
half of our APR coffee read
Let's
because
do our APR coffee read. Yes. Do you
we're
want
not
to
going
do
to
it
do
or would
the.
you like me to?
I don't think you'll get in trouble for this one, so you can do this one. I mean, unfortunately, our dad joke coffee blend has been retired for now. For
Mm-hmm.
now, it's sold very,
Mm-hmm.
very well, and APR has already said they're going to bring it back, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So sometime in the fall. So we thank you for everybody that bought some. We appreciate it very
Yes.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm actually making some tomorrow morning,
which is today.
which is, well, it's every morning. But you know what I mean. Tomorrow morning. Today. Every day. So let's start with the APR coffee ad, and then we can do the short story because by the time that we finish here, well, it may be almost time to close out the segment. But one of Fish's stories is sponsored by APR Coffee, AmericanPrideRoasters.com, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. They've asked for time to study for a blood test. They thought the Tupac Shakur was a Jewish holiday. And they thought Fleetwood Mac was a new hamburger at McDonald's. What we're trying to say is that they're not very smart, but they do make some damn good coffee. Damn good coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Yes, the dad joke blend has been retired for the time being because Dave has to work his magic on other blends, apparently. And we're just going to take a little vacation. We promise to be back at some point. But do please make sure to support Dave and buy some coffee. Buy some damn good coffee. I'm going to
Maybe
be probably making the Reagan tomorrow
we'll be the
of her
McRib
choosing.
of the APR coffee family. He'll bring it back. Everyone will love it, and then he'll take it away, and we'll all be sad. And then he'll bring it back, and we'll be the tease. Ooh.
Only we're going to be like really good, not like the McRib that's made of mystery meats covered in barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I've yet to actually have one of those darn things. I've never actually partaken in the McRib.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
So you enjoy. Really, truly, you enjoy. We probably have about a minute left. So do you think you can get your first your first Will That Stinks?
So last Saturday I was on the road, if you all remember, came out of my hotel room. It was like 6 in the morning. I was super, super tired and was going to go on my way for work, going to my first destination since I was in a hotel room. Had my bag over my shoulder, had my other bag underneath my arm, made my way out to my vehicle, and I saw something dark dart underneath my vehicle. And I'm like,
Oh boy.
oh, it was a little kitty cat. It was this cute little ball of fur. It was this cute black ball of fur. So I'm like, oh, it's the wife's car. I just bought it for her last week. I don't want anything going wrong with it. I don't want some kind of weird cat smell on it. I certainly don't want to hit this little, what I thought was a kitten. So I went over to the side of the car and I put my bags down and I got down. Oh,
I have a sinking feeling I know where this story is going. Number 13 will be back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned, everybody.
Freaking black ball of fur cost me $80 and brand new Pumas. I just bought the damn sneakers.
Kind of. You said kitty cat. I'm like, oh, I don't think that's a cat.
It was killing me because we just recorded the night prior.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like thinking, well, what am I going to talk about next week? I'm like, this is getting really
weird. And God just sends you something.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I really got to stop learning to I shouldn't say anything out loud anymore. I just shouldn't because there's just God going, oh, Fish needs something. Here, let me help. Dude. Do you have like milk or something next to you? Are we prepared?
I forgot that I have the filter. That I have the virtual background on.
What's in it? That could be. Oh, okay. You got milk.
Yeah, got milk.
Because I was laughing all week. I was watching Gordon Ramsay. He was on Hot Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Hot Ones?
Yes, Tom will catch it.
Holy crap! It was hilarious. He got to like the last 3 wings, and he was just crying.
Tom has watched that video like 50,000 times.
It made me laugh. I like Gordon Ramsay too, so it was kind of like,
So Was there something that I was supposed to get now during the break?
Mm,
Was it a fruity Kit Kat?
if you want to.
Eh,
The first part of the segment already went by really, really quick.
I still have like the rest of the key lime pie Kit Kat, but that's good
I
because then at
already
least I'll be able to tell my customers that it's actually really good.
I ate mine. Mine's gone. I'll pay for that later. I'm gonna have a headache.
I'm sure you're gonna pay for it, all right. Just like I'm gonna pay for it, whatever. 5 seconds.
Excellent.
Welcome back to Room 13 here on Mojo 50, Odyssey One, and World Broadcasting Network, where you can hear our melodious voices in the UK and other parts of the world. Forgot to say that when we started the show
Yeah, now I feel. Oh.
because we got so
Right.
excited over the key lime Kit Kat that we completely forgot everything else.
Sorry, Rhea. Sorry.
As I said, we're not following the traditional format that we follow on Saturdays. We're kind of winging it a little bit today. We're probably going to be one of those few shows that is actually going to have a new episode for you. So we're here for you. You're welcome.
I think Oni will have a show today at 4 o'clock.
I would think so.
I'm
I would
almost
think
sure
so.
Oni's
But
having one.
but we'll see. We'll see. Finish your story because I'm really concerned about this poor cat.
So, little black ball of fur went underneath my car, and I was just like, I just got to get the thing out from underneath the car. This way I don't feel guilty if I run over it and blah, blah. So I
Mhm.
got down on my belly and I'm looking underneath there and I make eye contact exactly with the little black ball of fur that had a white stripe going right down the middle. Son of a bitch, it was a freaking skunk. Holy cow. I don't need this kind of energy, this kind of scare this early in the morning at 6. The damn thing started turning around. So now I'm going to get the business end in a second. I so quickly popped up. I was trying to scatter back. It sprayed my brand new sneakers. I had brand new red Pumas on. I just bought them like 2 weeks ago. Got the sneakers, got the socks, didn't get my leg. Thank God his aim was off, and I was wearing shorts. You can't get that kind of stink off your sneakers.
No,
It's there. And
because
I'm like,
the fabric is super absorbent, and that's it. Once it gets sprayed, that's it. They're ruined.
so I scurried back. It went running, and I'm like, if you're gonna run off, I'm like, you could have just not sprayed me if you're gonna run off to begin with.
You could have spared me.
Son of a bitch. So yeah, I quickly I'm like, oh, that's not gonna come off. So I actually did the rest of my day barefoot. I'm like, I was 4 hours away from home, so I did my 8 hour surveillance barefoot. Thanks a lot. And then I drove 4 hours home barefoot, and I'm like, great, freaking great.
You couldn't go into like a gas station or like a Dollar Tree or something and gotten a pair of flip flops.
No shoes, no socks, no service. I had neither. I didn't even want to attempt it. I'm just like, I was waiting for like maybe a roadside. Every once in a
I'm
while in some
pretty,
corners.
but I'm pretty sure that if you talk to whoever attendant, whatever, you could tell them, a skunk ruined my shoe, so I'm sorry to be here barefoot, but I really need your help.
Here's my credit card. Could you please bring me a size 10 and a half? I appreciate
Yes,
it. And whatever. I don't care.
I'll
I,
pay you extra.
something. I
I
mean,
have
here's 20
cash.
bucks. No, I never have cash. I rarely have
You
cash.
never have cash?
Never is I don't do absolutes, but I rarely have cash. Basically, because
I'm
I'm married and
I'm
I
a
have
firm
girls.
believer in having at least a $20 bill on you at all times.
Because 20 bucks is 20 bucks.
Because 20 bucks is 20 bucks. It's the
You never know.
universal, yes, it's the universal amount of money, I think, that you should carry in your pocket. It's enough to get you something to eat. It's enough to get you something to drink. It's enough to fill up a tank of gas if you're out and about. So at least I always tell my husband, and I do, stash a $20 bill in a specific part of the car so that if you're ever out on the road and something happens, there's a $20 bill there.
See, now when I go for a run, I
Hmm.
always have at least $5 on me. Because if I go for a
But
long distance
yeah,
run,
but because you run local, so you're still relatively close to home, but
yeah, I
still,
mean, if
yeah.
depending on how far I'm running, could be 10 miles, could be 15.
Mm-hmm.
But if on the route, I'm like, yeah, I need something to drink. At
Mm-hmm.
least there's a lot of different stores, a lot of gas stations and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I have
And
enough money to
running,
get myself
get a Gatorade, a bottle of water, or whatever you need.
exactly.
Okay, there you go. See, so it's a similar premise. But anyway, you have another more important story that I think we should probably use the label of "Am I a jackhole? Am I the
Yes.
jackhole?"
So listeners, help me out on this one.
Mm-hmm.
We're friends with our neighbors next door. Our kids play together. We're friendly outside to each other. I mean, not that friendly, but we're friendly. We're not swingers. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we socialize. Every once in a while, we gather around the fire pit. Our kids hang out. They have sleepovers. If one of us needs help, we're there for each other, shoveling things, car breaks down, whatever you
Mm-hmm.
need.
Mm-hmm.
Cup of sugar, so whatever. So, as you guys know, I leave very early in the morning, sometimes as early as 2. Um, and one such morning, it was about 5 in the morning. It was on trash day. And I look to my left and there's my trash cans. And I look to my right and there's my neighbor's trash cans. And I look at the top of his trash can and I notice sitting on top of my neighbor's trash can was a Ouija board game still in the box. Don't get ahead of me.
I'm not gonna get ahead of you, but
It's still in the box. And my mind started going. And I asked myself the important question that we should all ask ourselves WWDD.
what
What
would
would
Doc
Doc
do?
do? Exactly. And I asked myself, what would Doc do? And I did what anyone would do. I quickly got out of my car and I took the Ouija board game off the top of the garbage can and I put it in my trunk. This was 5 weeks ago, by the way, if I didn't preface this whole thing. This is a long story. When I got home that afternoon, I saw the trash cans had been picked up. Trash cans were still out. They're still at the curb. And I quickly placed the Ouija game on the inside of my neighbor's door of his home. And I parked my car across the street in the business so he wouldn't see that I was home. I opened up my front windows and I waited. I waited. A few hours later, I heard my neighbor arrive. I heard him pulling the trash cans up the driveway, and then I heard the expected yell when he opened his front door. He was not happy, little baffled, little concerned. The next Monday came around, and I again left early. I always do. And I quickly made my way over to the trash can. And as expected, I found the Ouija board game jammed along the inside of the can.
Mm-hmm.
I asked myself, what would Doc do? So I carefully extracted the Ouija game and put it in my trunk. I came home later that afternoon, and I again put it on the inside of his door. I parked across the street, and I waited, because sometimes you need to entertain yourself. A few hours later, he came home, pulled the trash cans up the driveway, and I waited by the window with the window open because I wanted to hear it. And I peeked outside the window, peeked behind the curtain, just to see him open the door, and I could audibly hear him say, "What the fire truck?" was not happy. Next Monday came around. I think my neighbor caught on because he had put the Ouija board box into a trash bag. Luckily, when I opened the trash can, I could see the rectangular shape, and I again took it. I again came home later that afternoon. I didn't put it on the inside door frame. I think he was catching on, and I kind of wanted to play a little more. I put it in his grill because he left it out front. He'd been grilling like the last couple days in a row. He came home the afternoon. I had parked across in the parking lot across the street, and I waited. I saw him pull the trash cans up the driveway. I then watched him open his door, and I saw his shoulders noticeably sag with relief that the Ouija board wasn't there.
Hmm.
And then I waited because I heard the garage door open. It's around dinner time, just in time for the show. And I peeked from around the curtain, and I heard the audible, "What the fire truck?" as he opened up the grill. Here's where things get bad. And here's where I might have gone way too far. Later that night, I could smell smoke coming from the backyard. Our houses are kind of close together. And I peeked out my rear window and I saw Derek, because his name is Derek. We'll call him Derek. His name is Derek.
Same.
Hi, Derek, if you're listening. Oh, I might have outed myself.
Yeah, I think the cat's out of the bag.
He doesn't listen to this show, trust me. I don't think anyone listens to this show, but Derek definitely doesn't listen to this show. But if he does, later
Sorry.
down the road. Sorry. I see my neighbor out the fire pit and he was burning something. I didn't trust myself to go ask him what was up, so I sent my unsuspecting wife to do the deed for me. The wife and I have this rule. We don't start anything with the neighbors. We can be friendly, we can be social, but we don't start anything dramatic. And
Mm-hmm.
here's where I fear I might have stepped over the line, which is why I didn't tell her what I've been doing the last few weeks to entertain myself. 20 minutes later, she came back in the door. She closed it firmly behind her. She walked over to where I was sitting, where I was kind of snickering because I knew it was going to happen. I just wanted to confirm it. And I kind of knew what was burning. Just
Did
wanted to
she
make sure.
did she smack you?
No, 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 no. She just looked at me very straight
Mm-hmm.
and with this kind of like mom look, because she's a mom, and asked me,
Mm-hmm. That's what she does.
what did I do? And
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what number rule that is to come clean, but I had to come clean
Number
because
3.
number 3, I
It's
came
for number
clean.
3.
And I told her. She laughed, thankfully enough, and said Derek was quite upset and befuddled that the Ouija board kept evading the garbage men and kept reappearing somewhere in and around his house. And he told her that a few weeks ago, the oldest, which is the same age as my oldest,
Mm-hmm.
17, and her girlfriends had brought home a Ouija board for a sleepover,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something they don't approve of in their house, and he had
Mm-hmm.
thrown it out. But every time he threw it out, it came back. And at first, he had asked his daughter if she had been doing it. Then he accused his wife, which got him in trouble with the wife
Oh.
because she was far more mature than to play something stupid like that. And he even asked Steffi, Mrs. Fish, if she knew anything about it because she didn't actually know anything about it, she
Mm-hmm.
could sincerely answer she had no freaking clue.
Yeah.
And since I always parked my car across the street, he never suspected me.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. So here's where I might have gone too far.
Oh no.
He had burnt said Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was gone. But I was having way too much fun, which is why I went on Amazon and for 20 bucks, I bought a new one. I got it the next day. And I also have a key to his house. He has a key to my house in case our kids ever get locked out.
Oh my god.
I set it up in the middle of his living room and left it there. I don't know what the reaction was. I can kind of suspect what it was. The problem being is I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if he threw it out. I don't know if he since burned it because I've been gone for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Do I go buy a new one and take it to the next level, or have I gone too far and should I just not do anything?
As entertaining as this sounds, now the previous occasions when you had taken it out of the garbage, you had left it on the outside of the house by the entrance, or did you actually leave it inside the house by the entrance door?
Screen door. So there's a screen door and there's a heavy door. I
Okay.
put it in between the screen and the heavy.
Okay, so you didn't actually go into his house to place it.
Nope.
Okay. I'd say stop now because there's only so many people that have the keys to his house. So the only way I would think, the only way that someone would have known about the Ouija board being there and to put it inside the house would be someone with access to the house. And that really narrows things down. So he asked Mrs. Fish, but he hasn't seen you to ask if you know anything about it.
No, because most days during the week, I'm gone.
So
And on
yeah, but
Mondays
it's like
when I've been playing this game.
It's like playing Guess Who. You keep flipping down those characters that don't fit the description based on the questions that you've asked. So you keep asking questions, or he's asking questions, and little by little, he's whittling down the list of potential culprits.
Okay, so I don't put it back in the house. I think we've agreed on that. Where could I put the Ouija board if I buy another one? Which I can. They're on Amazon.
Is there a back door, garage door, not garage door, but like a backyard door, lanai
No.
screen door, or something like that? No.
I'm thinking about putting it underneath his car so when he pulls back, he sees it. I think that would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost thinking about also drawing a pentagram there with chalk if I kind of wiggled my way underneath his car. That's kind of funny. You're already giggling. Too far?
That's funny, but I don't know how you'll be able to manage it though.
Might end up
Especially
being
if
a fish story.
especially if you end up doing it, especially if you end up doing it under his car. Because how big would you how big would you
He's
draw this?
how big is this? Could you stop bumping the microphone with your
I'm
boobs?
sorry, it's right here. It's actually my hands. I'm scratching my hands. Stop
Whatever.
it. Hands, boobs, same difference.
He's got a big Ford F1. It's like those big.
Okay. So it's a tall truck. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Me wiggling underneath this car, not impractical. Pretty easy to do.
Okay. You just have to make sure that you don't
Get stuck.
That you don't get stuck, or that you don't end up ruining your artwork when you're wiggling out from under the car.
Mm.
And also, you may want to make sure that he doesn't set the alarm in the car, because if you get underneath and you touch it or something, the alarm may go off and you'd be caught in flagrante delicto.
Hi, officer. What am I doing underneath my neighbor's car? Well, funny you should say that. The Ouija board? That's part of the story. Hold on. The chalk, you say?
It's genuinely funny. Don't get me wrong, it's genuinely funny. But you're starting to enter that territory in which it may actually get you into trouble. And if you really like your neighbors, like if you genuinely really do like your neighbors and you help each other out in circumstances and situations, you don't really want to have them be on your hit list. On your hit list.
Damn, I was having so much fun doing this.
I know. And I'm all for good messing with your head kind of fun, but like I said, you're really running out of chances, I guess. It's like I said, once you put the Ouija board back inside his house, like inside his living room, then it's like that already tells you that it's someone who had access to the inside of the house at some point, whether it was you or not. But there's only so many people that can have access to his living room.
I was having so much fun. It's been a good time.
I know it was good while it lasted, but just leave it at that. You had your fun, and I'm pretty sure that you can find something else.
So speaking of having fun and something else, how much time do we got? Because we have something else to do. I've been waiting.
Let me see.
Stop stalling. I know you can do math in your head.
No. I'm looking at the clock, and I got a message from someone, and I really want to read it, but I can't because I'm working right now.
Yes, you're working right now.
Yes.
Unless you're gonna read it out loud for the whole class.
No, because it's a mutual friend.
It's a mutual friend.
Yes.
Which mutual friend? Is it Dylan?
No.
Not Dylan. Is it
No,
Steven?
it's not Dylan. No, it's not Steven.
Is it Christopher Branham?
No, it's not.
Rusty?
No.
Melissa? Sean?
No.
How many mutual friends do we have? Oh, we have a lot of mutual friends.
Now we do. We have more mutual friends than we used to have.
Is it before. Robert? Oh, come on. He doesn't text me anymore. Oh.
I can't help it. I'm so charming, apparently.
What the hey?
Yeah, well, you're okay. You'll live. And I share with you. So, there.
Okay, how are we doing on time?
Okay. Right now, we have less than 10 minutes.
So you want to do a news article or two, and then we'll do the big fireworks explosion at the end.
Oh, because it's 4th of July. All right. Do you want to do the ad read for our next sponsor? The sponsor for the news?
Sure, because Ron doesn't like me anyways.
Yes.
Go to Romika Designs. Romika Designs sponsors our news of the week. ROMIKA Designs. RomikaDesigns.com for unique, high-quality, laser-engraved gift ideas by an American company. They have an odd company name that sounds like a solar system NASA just discovered. But they offer great gift ideas for that special someone in your life. And if you act now and use the room code 13, if you use the code room 13 at checkout, you'll save 10%. So go to RomikaDesigns.com, ROMIKA Designs.com, and check out what they got for that special someone.
Exactly. And now it is time. It's time for the news.
Wow, going through
Room
puberty all over
13
again.
News. Hard-hitting, compelling, trustworthy, honest and caring, with Rocky Wibbenai and the Mojo River Fish.
Welcome to Room 13 News. I am Rocky with an I.
And I am the Riverfish.
A missing child was spotted with the Pied Piper of Hamelin. More to follow.
Ooh. A local elementary school reported a major rash of peekaboo accidents. All were rushed to the ICU.
And finally, NASA has announced that they want the first person to reach Mars to be a woman, so that when men arrive, dinner will be ready.
Oh, this just in. A cement mixer has collided with a prison van on the highway. Motorists are asked to be on the lookout for 16 hardened criminals. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I research all these darn things. Send all your complaints to Ron at mojo50.com.
That's Ron at mojo50.com. Ron at mojo50.com. So I think that after we finish the Real Shenanigans Con in August, we find this place for our next get together. This state just got its first self-serve beer restaurant. The pandemic has certainly spurred some food and beverage establishments to evolve in intriguing ways, like the McDonald's loyalty program announcement and sizzling growth in barbecue. I see what they did there. Now, a restaurant in one southern state just announced a cool new method of beer service that puts control of the tap into patrons' hands. And a little research suggests this is a quickly growing trend. This week, it was announced that Crave Hot Dogs and Barbecue has become the first restaurant in Oklahoma where beer drinkers can serve themselves. Crave is a national chain, right? Crave is a national chain with 8 locations in 6 states: Georgia, North Carolina, Texas, Colorado, Louisiana, and a new location that's opening up in Oklahoma. And their self-serve wall will feature local craft and domestic beer, as well as wine and cider. And that is a bust about feature in each of these stores. The barbecue joint also specializes in all beef hot dogs, bratwurst, mild hot sausages, smoked brisket, and pulled pork and chicken. Crave isn't the only restaurant chain tapping into the growing trend of self-serve beer. So it may not be the only one. There may be other restaurants that will start doing that, but I think we may have found our next venue. A place where you can serve yourself your own beer.
I can't imagine what problems would arise from that one.
No, absolutely none.
I wish I could find the article. There's ice cream. There's a joint. I think it's in Indiana. I think it's over by Hammer. Although Hammer's not Indiana, but he's close to that little general area of the world. And I have it on TikTok. They serve alcohol-infused ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You can take any beer or any liquor, and liquor, I hardly knew it.
Barely knew it.
I always wanted to do that one. You can infuse any kind of liquor or beer into your ice cream, and it puts it on an ice cream cone.
Huh.
And it comes out like a little, swirly kind of
yeah. So it's soft serve, yeah.
A soft serve. Actually, if y'all go to our Twitter page by 10:30 today, I'll have the video up of the actual restaurant.
10:30 Eastern Standard Time?
It's the only time zone that counts.
The only time that matters. That's right.
I'll make sure it's up there today, today being Saturday, and y'all can see the joint that does it. I don't remember what it was called, nor really where was it, but I do remember the fact that there's alcohol-infused ice cream. That's the part that's stuck in my brain.
Now,
so speaking of stuff,
let me see. I'm gonna look at the time. Okay, we probably have about 5 minutes.
Here we go, fireworks time.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to do your story?
Well, because what I imagine is going to happen is because I've done what you're about to do. I imagine I'm going to lose you for the rest of the show.
Okay.
And then I can just blah blah blah. I'll do my last.
You can start doing that. You can start doing that. And we can introduce the challenge. You know what we're doing, and then as I am partaking. Then you can do your story.
You only have to do half of it.
I don't want to do it at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, what Rocky has in her hands and is regretting yet again.
I am
Another
regretting,
decision.
and I just. So I know this is old, and I'm trying to ask Fish, why exactly am I doing this right now? No one is doing this anymore. There are other products that we can do that are equally challenging, but for some reason, I'm doing this one now.
Hey, Rocky,
What?
we're an audio show too. You got to tell them what we got.
What I have in my hands is the Pocky One Chip Challenge chip.
Which you've had since
I've had since, last year?
sometime last year.
Sometime last year. Because Mr. Rocky was supposed to be doing this challenge. Mr. Rocky is a huge fan of very hot, very spicy things. And this
Which is
was
why he
supposed to be
married you.
his. Sure. He was supposed to take this project on, but he wanted to, I guess, build immunity towards it. And it has been sitting in my pantry all this time. And because it's 4th of July weekend, I am apparently supposed to be consuming this part of this chip, a very small part of this chip, for this is Fish's entertainment purposes.
Basically, yes. Actually,
Yes.
guys, since she's doing this for your entertainment, we'd ask that you go to Rocky's. What page is it? Your donation page, because you're doing a 5K this weekend.
I am doing, yes, July 4th. That would be tomorrow. I am doing the Autism Speaks 5K, virtual 5K. So thank you to all of those who have donated. The fundraiser page is still up. And I think it continues accepting donations up to a month after the event is over.
So
Right
we'll
now,
put a-
I am at $375 out of 500. So if you want to help me reach that $500 goal, it's only $125 away.
So if you got $5, I'll put up a
Mhm.
link on the page. Go to our
Mhm.
Twitter page. I'll put up a link and
Mhm.
donate $5. If
Yeah,
everybody can do $5 as a thank you for the joy and fun and smiles Rocky is about to provide all of us by doing this.
I don't think it's any of those things.
Okay, the pain and the agony we're all about to watch.
I have to work tomorrow.
It's like the hopefully you don't have to talk. Your
I
tongue
have
is
to talk. I have to talk. It's part of my job. Both jobs, I have to talk. So
You have to do the blah 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 and the so many words.
yes. Anyway, we're running out of time here. So here we go. I'm opening this. I am gonna kill you. I'm gonna.
Now if the chip does it first. What's it smell like? Regret. I know.
It smells like corn.
Porn?
Corn.
Oh, I thought you said porn. I'm like,
no.
this is a family show.
CORN.
I don't think this has been a family show in years or months.
All right, here we go, America. Celebrate this country's independence. We fought hard for it, and it can only stay free if you do your part. So here we go.
She's putting the chip in her mouth. She's taking a bite, about half. She's looking at me. She's looking down. She's looking at me. There's a look of regret. She's coughing. She appears to have trouble breathing. How's it feel? What's going through your mind right now? She's coughing.
Like it.
English is no longer helping. She's done. She's gone. She's not going to make it. We've lost Rocky. Oh, that didn't work out well. Guys, that's the end of our show. Thank you for joining us yet again. I am the River Fish. She was Rocky with an I. I'm sure she'll be back next weekend. Say goodnight, Rocky.
You're still here?
You're dead, Fish.
It's over. Go home.
I hate you.
No.
How's it feel?
I hate you so much.
You have to use your words and tell us. Paint a picture with your words.
My mouth is on fire.
Oh, was it tasty?
Ooh, give me one sec. I gotta clean my nose. Ooh.
How did you just make yourself disappear?
a little cover on my camera.
Oh, I always wondered how you did that trick.
The milk isn't helping.
Nah, it didn't help me either.
Mm.
Well, at least you didn't pop me one finger.
It's still a family show.
Yeah, but the kids can't see this.
Oh,
It's just that one guy's kids that likes to watch.
my mouth is on fire.
Hey, at least your throat didn't close like mine did.
Mm.
I really think you have to give back your Puerto Rican card.
No Puerto Ricans know when they can't do something. I'm gonna be my feelings are feeling it.
So is it spicy hot? Is it hot hot?
It is hot.
Is it a hot that Tom couldn't take?
It is. I don't know because he has tried some pretty hot sauces that I have purchased for him. But I don't know if he would be able to handle that one. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try and remedy this.
Actually, the Kit Kat might help. The sweet might knock out the hot. That's what I've learned from that documentary, Hot Ones. Is that helping?
I don't know.
We're not recording. Well, we're kind of recording, but it's not the audio part. Now it's just the video and me amusing myself because Rocky did the one chip challenge.
I hate you.
She hates me now. You want to pop your head in? Yeah, she's still alive. Here, hold on. I'll put you on. She can hear you now.
Okay.
Mrs. Fish, please punch your husband for me.
Pieces?
She's eating Kit Kats.
Oh.
Oh, she asked that you punch me for her. Ow, son of a.
Oh,
Beautiful.
She liked that. Shall I do it again? Look
Ow.
at that. There.
As many times as necessary.
She's drank almost all the milk. She ran from the room.
Did she?
I said I know my limitations. That's definitely it.
I think she did half the chip.
And the Kit Kat does kind of help a little bit.
At least she didn't sound like she was dying in the bathroom like somebody.
My throat closed. I couldn't breathe.
It's definitely not for everyone. My tongue is still like the back of my tongue is still like.
How much of the chip is left?
Well, it's the lime juice on her lips. Remember?
The other half of the chip.
Ooh, you did a good chunk.
She's not going to finish that, is she?
No.
No,
No.
she can hear you.
I can't hear her.
Oh, well, hold on. Here, now you guys can hear each other.
Mm-hmm. Your husband deserves as many punches in the face as he can. I'm gonna go wash my hands because I got to freaking hot shit.
Grab a lemon.
Lime.
Oh, lime. Use lemon too. I'm all done.
Yay! Do you know what your grades are?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you're done?
I got 100 on that presentation project though.
The one you weren't, the PowerPoint?
Yeah, the one that I couldn't get the video recording and I was disappointed and I figured it wasn't that good because, you know,
Oh,
I did.
you good now?
Did you at least outro? Did you at least take us out?
Oh yeah, I did the outro. I did the whole little thing of thank you for joining us this Saturday, blah, blah, blah. Have a great weekend. Say goodnight, Rocky. Rocky. Rocky will be back next week. I'm sure she's not dead.
What do you
I
do?
hate you.
Use the lime and rub it on your lips.
My lips aren't doing too badly. It's my tongue.
That'll help for that too. There's something with the line.
Yeah, we watched. She watched that Hot Ones with. What are you putting in your mouth? Now? Are you still doing Kit Kats?
Okay.
You licking the Kit Kat?
Sure.
Something hot.
I was thinking my next step would be chewing on a piece of mint gum.
Oh, there you go. Altoids.
No. Not Altoids. Those would be bad.
Because the mint will end up lifting, I think, the spiciness from my tongue.
I was hoping for more comical reaction. I didn't get what I was hoping for.
So it's definitely not for everyone. Not doing that again.
Yeah, because I did it and I ran to the bathroom because I didn't know what was going to happen next.
My mouth is still feeling it.
So next week, are we going to play Bean Boozled Roulette?
Ew, gross.
Do we want to do the spicy Bean Boozled or just the nasty Bean Boozled?
I'll have to find the nasty Bean Boozled.
They got them at Five Below.
Then I can probably swing by Five Below and get it.
And we can just, spin it.
Mm-hmm.
We agree to pick a color. We both pick a color and we... Unless we play Bean Boozled Truth or Dare. Ooh. Truth or eat a Bean Boozled.
Oh boy. I'm almost done with my milk. I've never drank this much milk lately. I'm more of an almond milk girl, not like dairy.
We just had milk go bad in our house because no one has touched it in weeks.
We use milk. Tom drinks milk when he comes home from work, and he'll have like milk and cookies, depending on the day of the week. Well, he used to, not so much anymore. When he used to work his different schedule, he would work. He would come home from work and he would have his milk and cookies before going to bed. And now he has that on the weekends. And then I use milk for Melissa's oatmeal in the morning.
Yeah, the girls transitioned to almond milk a while ago. Basically because two of them are lactose intolerant.
I use unsweetened vanilla. I use unsweetened vanilla almond milk.
They're all lactose intolerant now, aren't they? To some degree?
To some degree or that, or they just don't taste of it anymore.
Let me switch to my
phone to that of the headset. All right, folks, I'm gonna stop recording. Everybody have a great Independence Day. We'll chat with you next Saturday. Bye.
Oh, that's right. I forgot people were still listening.
We're still recording yet.
Oh.
Bye.
Really?
Yeah.